Oh my god.
Careful. Wow. Let's get out of here.
It's the first smart thing they've said.
And now we're going diving.
Today, we're going to be reacting to a video of some Ukrainians diving underneath the Chernobyl reactor. Stay tuned! Alright everybody, welcome back to Dive Vibe. My name is Zach. I am a technical rebreather instructor and a former Army medic / CLS instructor, and I'm going to be using that expertise today to react to a video of people diving underneath the Chernobyl reactor. I have not watched this yet. I have seen their previous videos where they used homemade scuba gear, and to be totally honest, they didn't really get very far, but they were diving in some kind of wetness underneath one of the Chernobyl reactors. It was a crazy video, super interesting. They actually went and got checked out for radiation later, and it turned out that they weren't really exposed, so yeah, all was good. So now they're coming back for more, but this time they're not using homemade scuba gear. I think they're just using really, really terrible scuba gear. I can talk about this all day, but I think we just need to get to the fun because this video looks crazy. So let's do this. All right, here we go.
Guys, we decided to buy scuba gear, especially to dive and explore the flooded reactor rooms.
Look at those tanks.
Under the Chernobyl nuclear power
Look at
plant.
that manifold.
Exactly in the place where they dived in the movie Chernobyl.
Oh,
We arrived at
I love
the
that
water sports
miniseries.
center. We need oxygen. How do you like that?
oh my god, look at that regulator. If you haven't seen the Chernobyl miniseries yet, watch it. It's amazing, and it'll make this all that much more fun to watch or to have seen. Make sure you check that out.
Cool. Have you seen that it's made to fit the teeth?
Oh my god, it
Glad
looks like an
bites them
old
off.
Sherwood. Serviced a lot of
I
those.
can't fill this balloon. There is a different connection.
I'm sure that's just
Use electrical
translation
tape.
issues.
Is this where we're going to pump oxygen? With this compressor?
Yes.
Cool. It's huge. And you wanted to pump air with your mouth.
So I don't know if they're in another room or something, but maybe if anybody's familiar with how they do compressors in the Ukraine, I don't see any filters on this thing. Maybe they're not worried about filters over there. Oh, that's stupid America OSHA rules.
I cannot do it.
All right, so it looks like he's got, yeah. So if you're looking around, the tanks that he's got laying around have I can't really tell if they're yoke or den valves. They kind of look like those old Aqualung offset yoke valves, but I'm sure they're using den too. But this is some kind of strange fitting. It looks honestly like the fittings on the big oxygen and helium storage tanks. So I don't know if that's something that we just don't really have over here in the States, or if it's just something that's too old for me to know what it is. But yeah, let's keep going. Basically, I don't think they're going to be able to use these tanks, which actually happens a lot. All the time, actually. Especially when I was working at a dive shop in Texas, people would bring in gear that they found in like their grandpa's attic or garage or something, and it's all almost completely destroyed. And they're like, "Oh, I just want to get this inspected." I'm like, "Don't you mean service?" "Oh, I want to get it inspected, see if it needs to be serviced." Pick it up, look at it. Yep, needs to be serviced. That's your free inspection. Too old. All right, let's get back to the video.
What are we to do now? And the instructor offered to rent a professional scuba.
There are about
Oh.
150 atmospheres.
That's
in
a
the balloon.
professional scuba.
Here is the regulator. Black is the main, and yellow is the spare. This hose is connected to the vest, on which there is a remote control, manometer, and depth gauge.
Do you think this is cool equipment?
This is serious equipment, not like we had.
It's
This is
Eagle.
not even semi-professional
I want to
equipment,
be
but
a
professional.
Eagle
With
Ranger.
this, we will dive under a nuclear reactor.
Hush, I think he heard us.
What if he sees our video?
Well, guys, we got
Yeah,
to
he
this
probably
really
won't want that
power
gear
unit at
back,
the
will he?
Chernobyl nuclear power plant. It was not easy because we were carrying a heavy tank with us.
And we also took such a professional small power plant. Let's make warm tea.
And also with a hairdryer, we will warm up the swimming suit.
Which one of us will dive?
What?
Well, I guess
This equipment probably costs about $15,000.
Look, we have professional equipment. This is serious.
Oh,
You do
Apex
realize
gauge.
It's very dangerous.
Looks like a.
Radiation.
I was hoping you were joking.
now this is no longer a joke. Science.
Looks like he's got an old Aqualung Legend LX environmentally sealed regulator, so that's good on a den, which is also good. The Ziegel Ranger, not my favorite BC, but I mean it's a BC. It's better than what they were trying to dive with before.
Matters the most. Therefore, today we will find out what is under the reactor.
If you drown, can I take your channel?
Yes. Split in half with the wolf.
Wow, great.
I wanted to create my own channel, but if something happens,
We'll split it in half.
but I'll be rooting for you to swim.
Of course.
Or not.
Well, guys, we need to go inside, because here they can see us. Here is our entrance. This place should be familiar to you.
Yeah, this is the same place they went in the last video. Ooh.
I have a bad feeling.
Why? Are you afraid of radiation?
The last time I dived, 7 years ago, in the Crimea in the clear sea.
Damn.
Firstly, it's dirty here. Secondly, there's radiation. And thirdly, there's a dungeon. And indoor
There's a
diving is the
dungeon?
most dangerous. Well, we'll try anyway. What do you think about it?
I hope everything will be okay.
In any case, we have everything for safety. We have ropes,
Everything for
pillars,
safety.
so we will be fine. I hope.
Guys, we don't just want to dive into this tunnel. But we
They have
want to explore
everything
the
for
passage
safety.
to the fourth power unit.
Have we been here?
Yes, we have already seen it. There must be water down there. We are not here. Our place is close. Our entrance is right under the reactor.
What is our main goal today?
First, we want to explore these dungeons.
Now somebody at least has some idea of what they're doing, because that thing with the yellow alternate air source hose up to the D-ring stowing it, at least they've got some idea of what they're doing. Now, I'm almost positive that these guys aren't certified. Maybe this person is. This channel that they have is they do crazy stuff, like obviously trying to explore Chernobyl, but they built like a e-bike and all kinds of weird stuff. It's supposed to be like they do experiments on the channel. So I guess now they've decided to move on to experimenting on their own bodies. Good for you.
Because there was no one there. These floors have been flooded since the accident. Secondly, we want to find a tunnel that leads to the fourth power unit, which we saw in the blueprints.
There is another theory that there is a bunker under the nuclear power plant.
We'll find out soon.
Oh,
Guys,
sounds like a weird spot
it's
for a
really
bunker.
scary here at night.
I guess it's the last place you'd
The
look.
first difficulty. Can you dive here?
Is it ice?
Oh, it's frozen.
It's very thick. Do not fall.
Look how thick the ice is.
About 6 inches.
Are you ready to dive under the ice?
My time that I can spend under the ice is reduced by a factor of 3.
Actually, it's a
What?
very scary idea to
Oh,
dive
for
here.
thirds?
Just look at the
Okay.
metal sticking out under the ice.
So this guy
It will
has
also be there. If you
some
get caught
idea of
and
what he's
break the
doing.
hose, it will be terrible. Without ice, you could just float up and breathe, but now it's impossible.
In this case,
This is not a
we
very
have
large
spare
tank.
tube.
This is not reliable. It will break.
This is serious
It will break.
professional equipment.
You're lying. You bought this at a flea market.
This is cool equipment.
Guys, move on. We have a lot to do. What it is?
It's 1983.
What it
and still
is.
works.
Wow, look. And what is it?
Better not touch. You turn off the nuclear reactor and we'll all freeze here.
It's already late.
There is such an interesting system. Look,
No idea what that is.
Wow. There used to be an
This is not my area of expertise.
Watch how Vlad will dive. He will go to the bottom.
Maybe someone else
Oh,
wants
wow.
to dive.
look, the brick has broken into pieces.
Everything is
That's some
frozen
thick
here.
ice.
In any case, the ice will have to be broken. Actually,
Are they have
we
dry
need our
suits?
operation
I guess we're gonna
is on the
find out,
brink
huh?
of Collapse. We'll need the crowbar.
Meanwhile, Camrad had already found the crowbar. You're kicking up radioactive dust.
That's a good point.
Colder than in the city.
Vlad told me that it would be warm here.
Turn off your flashlights. It's still light outside. Here you need to be very careful.
There are dog tracks.
Where?
Do you think there might be wolves here?
Look, there is a working crane.
Wow, holly molly.
Holy moly.
Let's move on. Be careful.
This is text-to-speech translation is hilarious.
Camrad. It's dirty.
Oh my god.
Do not do it.
Such a weirdo. Why are you doing that?
Taste.
Stop it.
Loctite.
Don't do that.
Tasty.
And then everything froze.
Pretty sure... Okay, I'm adding a new rule for
Stairs in
diving.
place.
Don't lick
If
anything.
the stairs were stolen, we wouldn't be able to get in. Look at that crane.
Ooh.
Everything looks different in winter.
There are traces of hairs.
Or maybe it's not a hare. Maybe it's a fox.
Look,
Oh,
stalkers
rabbits.
are climbing into the nuclear reactor in Chernobyl. Have you seen this somewhere?
Stalkers.
It's hard to climb with a balloon.
Get out with your stalker.
Why did you take water?
To wash up.
He came to Chernobyl to wash himself.
I dream of washing in the reactor.
These things weren't there last time.
Marauders continue to steal metal. Probably after our videos someone came here.
Oh.
And here too. This was not here before. Look, someone cut the metal out of the wires. Guys, just look how deep it is. Camera,
Oh my God.
Be careful. Don't
Why?
joke, it could be dangerous.
Yeah, no.
It's high up here.
No
and
shit.
There's a pile of scrap metal underneath.
Yeah.
What are you doing? It's scary here. Just look at this atmosphere.
It's
Look
like some
how
kind
many
of
floors
pitfall
there are.
trap.
Let's go.
Oh my god. Why would you...
Sasha,
Okay.
be careful.
For the
I'm doing my
views.
best.
They're doing it for the views.
Wolf, do you think everything will be fine?
Certainly.
Stop kicking up that dust, man.
We're almost there. This is our entrance.
Are these our things?
Yes, this is our place.
Oh yeah, this is where they...
These are our things. What's
Wh-
with the water? The water is frozen.
So in the last video, they used like a homemade scuba apparatus, like a fish bowl that they tied weights to, and they were using like a pump, like a foot pump, to pump air into the guy's helmet. I think he made it down like 6 inches or something. It didn't really work very well. So let's see what happens with the real scuba gear.
It's perfectly clear ice.
Oh yeah, there's their weights. In the fishbowl, you can see the fishbowl
Everything
back there.
through the ice.
The ice is perfectly clear. That's where our aquarium is. There was no one here. I thought I would never see this pump again.
That's the
Wasn't
pump
stolen.
they were breathing.
Even stalkers are afraid to go here because there is radiation here. People rarely come here. Have you seen this ice?
Yes,
Ice is perfect. Why?
because in water there is no movement. No flow.
Camrad, you're crazy. The ice doesn't even crack. Can we go to where we sailed in boats? Just look
Oh
at
yeah,
this
they were in
ice.
boats in
The
here.
ice is very thick.
Look, Sasha, the ice is very thick. About 5 inches.
We can walk safely, but we keep our distance so as not to fall together. Look how cool.
Here we will make a hole, and here will be our entrance to the water.
The ice is like on Baikal, perfectly transparent. Just don't go too far. Don't fall under the water.
Follow
That must...
me quickly.
That ice has got to be super
Stop.
thick.
Careful, the ice is already starting to crack.
This
Oh
is so
my God.
scary. Just look. Look at my legs.
As a technical diver and an instructor, I spend so much time mitigating risk and planning to make risky things safer. And just watching so much recklessness. Like, the only way that they're going to be okay is if they get lucky every time, and one day you're just not lucky anymore. That's the way that stuff works. This is like a nightmare to me watching this. They have no plan for if somebody were to fall in that water. I mean, I guess the one guy's ready to be in the water, but what if they all fall in the water? They're going to freeze to death. Okay. Yeah, let's go in here.
You just have no idea how slippery this ice is. Look, there's something moving. It's a mutant.
It's a
running
mutant.
away.
What it is?
This is so
Well, there is
scary.
something in there.
I don't want to dive there now. Get it out of there.
Carefully, the ice is rolling.
It's rolling?
frozen.
What kind of animal is that?
There is a barrel at the bottom.
Oh,
Hope we don't fail. Wow.
that's one way to test it.
This is freestyle under a nuclear reactor.
Are they even gonna dive? When do we get to the diving? This video's over halfway done.
Old age is not fun.
According to the rules of behavior on the ice, we must be at a distance of 6 feet from each other.
Okay.
It's fun.
We will now hold the first Olympic Games under the reactor.
Read, set, go.
The ice wobbles a lot, but it doesn't crack.
Carefully, don't hit your head.
It was cool. It's a crazy stalker. I'm my mom's stalker.
What?
What it is?
Listen to this sound.
That sounds awesome.
What happened?
Ice cracked.
Where? Wow, look what a big crack.
Let's get out of here.
Ice cracked. It's because of
The
you
first
rats.
smart. What?
It's all cracked. Let's get out of here.
First smart
We're
thing
too
they've
close
said.
to each other. All the ice is cracking. This is no longer a joke.
It can be seen from the crack that the thickness of the ice is large.
Well, guys, we still decided to break through this ice and dive there with scuba gear.
We came up with such a system. We have a rope. Here it is. This is a special diving rope with carabiners.
Is it?
Every 2 minutes, we will pull this rope, and I will submit the answer, because the brain lives in fresh water for 5 minutes, and salt water
I'm not an ice
for
diver.
20 minutes saved a person.
I'm not an ice diver. If there's any ice divers in the comments, let me know if that is the type of rope that you use. If that's a special ice diving rope, I want to know.
Radioactive water.
There may be even less in radioactive water, but we hope everything goes well.
Tell the audience everything in detail so that they understand that we are professionals and we can dive
Oh, they're
into a
professionals.
radioactive nuclear reactor.
Look, this is the main regulator. This is the additional one. This
Okay.
supplies oxygen to the mouth,
It
You put it in
supplies
your mouth
air.
and breathe.
but it needs to be washed.
Okay.
Needs to be
Here air
washed.
is supplied. Now I will show you.
Wow, you're going to suffocate from that pressure.
And with this, we put
What?
oxygen for Seuss.
I won't suffocate. Here are the number of atmospheres. Our pressure is 125 atmospheres.
Can we dive for an hour?
Yes, and it's too dangerous.
Seuss risked using this.
Yes,
And you?
I risk half as much as Sus, but due to the fact that I will swim further than Seuss, I risk 5 times more.
The worst thing is that if something happens under the ice, he will not be able to get out.
To keep me from
No, we
drowning,
won't.
I have this.
Show how
This
it
is
works.
absolutely not the
It should
appropriate
work.
equipment.
Our system is frozen.
Oh, good.
Let's take this power plant. Turn it on. I'll make some tea and we'll heat up your system.
There's even a flashlight.
I also have a wetsuit. Wetsuit
Oh,
is a
good.
dry type. It is dressed with soap. This will be my second skin.
On a naked body?
Wetsuit is a dry type. It is dressed with
Wetsuit
soap.
is so small that in order to put it on you need to smear it with soap.
Oh, okay. It's like an open cell.
Very dense.
Wow, it looks cool.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like rubber at all.
Inside
It's
it
an
is
open
made
cell
like rubber.
freediving
Does
suit.
this
That's
need to be
actually,
lubricated?
This will be my second skin.
if you've never used a freediving suit, man, they are so comfortable. They really feel like a second skin. They don't feel like a normal diving wetsuit. They're really nice. So that's what he's talking about. And typically with that open cell neoprene, you do have to put some kind of lubrication on your skin so it'll slide on. Otherwise, it just sticks. They're really fragile though. That open cell neoprene, you can just like chip it with your fingernail. So that is something that kind of sucks with them, is that they're pretty fragile. But once you once you get them on, they're just so comfortable.
Understand. You put it on top and fasten it. Cool out.
Oh, they're also considerably warmer. Like, I would say that if you would normally wear a 5 mil somewhere, if you're going to use a freediving suit, you could probably wear a 3 mil. They're considerably warmer. You might even be able to get away with a little bit more than that with them. I like them.
Fit.
I went to change.
The main thing is that you do not freeze there. But we'll
Just-
make
they're gonna
hot
heat
tea
up-
for you now. We have
Heat up
such a
some
power
radioactive
plant.
water.
Look.
Oh, they're going to use the good water. Okay.
1 kilowatt of power.
1 kilowatt.
Yes. Pour water inside.
Pour some more.
Oh, he's suiting up.
Begin.
There's the soap.
Soap freezes.
Oh my god.
And offered him help, but he is shy. Vlad, can I help you?
Yes.
I'm coming.
He's probably ready. Are you ready?
So he's already dressed.
Why is everything wet here?
Oh, okay.
Well done.
Did you manage to put on your swimming suit?
It's hot.
Didn't get burned.
Why are you wet? And your nose is dirty. Are you warm in this outfit? Why are you barefoot on the ice? Radiation is here.
Everything is fine.
Did you hide your ears too?
Only the mustache remained.
Guys, this is a real man. Risking his life for YouTube.
This is a real,
I feel as warm
this is a
as
real
possible.
dumb man.
Holly Molly.
Holly Molly.
What it is?
These are special swimming boots, because if water gets inside, I will freeze and die.
And die. Okay.
Are you warming yourself?
I look like?
You look great, not bad. Class. Nobody really did this. Seuss dived 10 feet deep.
I don't think he
And
did.
Vlad wants to swim 500 feet.
Even more.
To the exit that goes through the corridor.
Corridor to the 4th power unit?
Yes. How will we communicate underwater?
I will pull the rope twice. Every 15 seconds. You pull the rope twice. I pull twice in response. If I don't answer, pull me out of the water.
What if you get caught on a rebar?
Okay.
This will be the end.
No kidding. It's dangerous. Do you understand this?
She's not even gonna come up with something. She's like, then I die.
We just wanted to pay the diver to bring him here. And no one agreed.
Oh, you don't
They
say.
said that we are idiots.
Yeah.
A professional diver who works on sunken ships refused.
I wonder
The risk
why.
that something will go wrong is very high. Vlad, this
Why is
a
he
risk.
using like his thing to hold
And you
his
stand
mouth
here and
open?
eat
What?
Cookies.
What you're suggesting. So what?
What are you doing?
I sealed the hole.
Is there a hole?
Yes.
Holly Molly. What are you doing?
It
Are
doesn't
you
matter.
breaking ice?
Do you see how strong the ice is?
Whoa, cool. The water has already gone.
Don't drop the crowbar. I carried it through the entire reactor.
Look how deep
Why
it
does he
is.
have to
The
do
ice
it?
is very thick.
He's the one that's got to go scuba diving.
Let me help.
Yeah. Let him
The
help.
water is very cold.
You are doing well.
This is teamwork. Well, guys, while Vlad breaks through the ice, put likes. We make content especially for you. Vlad is a hero today.
He's a hero.
What are your feelings?
The suit is leaking
Is
a
someone
little,
trapped in there?
but for about 15 minutes I think I can be underwater. The equipment is excellent. I do not feel the cold.
It is very cool. I don't see how that's possible at all. By the way, you need to attach a dosimeter to your arm, because there can be incredibly high radiation.
Guys, does anyone here know how to do artificial respiration to give first aid if he gets caught on this railing with
This
the
is a
rope,
good time
we
to think
won't be
about
able to
that.
Get him out. Vlad, come on, won't you dive? Maybe we should not.
Oh my, we don't even get. What the? It says scuba in the video. They didn't even scuba dive. But it was really funny. That's got to be one of the most interesting videos I have ever seen on YouTube. I'm not going to say that anything about it was intelligent or that you should do that ever. But it was extremely interesting. Now, normally at the end of these videos, I do what we used to do in the Army. I do 3 ups and 3 downs. 3 things that went well, 3 things that went bad. Nothing went well. The only thing that went well is that it seems that the diver that they're using is certified, although it doesn't seem like he's actually certified to do this nobody's certified to do this type of to do ice diving, because if he was, he would know that ice divers use redundancies, you know, in twin tanks or side mount, something like that. You know, you make sure that you've got something to breathe if part of your gear fails. I'm not an ice diver, but the principles are similar to cave diving. If you can't make a direct descent to the surface, then you need to have redundancy so you can make it back to where you can make a direct ascent to the surface. That's definitely not that equipment. There's only the one tank, one regulator. He does have an alternate air source, but the problems that are going to arise in this situation, that alternate air source is not going to help at all. He doesn't even have a buddy with him. So maybe if for some reason his primary second stage stops working, if his primary second stage stops working, it's probably going to be failed open, so just free flowing. So you could just breathe off that anyway. At this point, it really doesn't matter. What went bad? Just about like everything. There's why are they in there? Who needs this? Who asked for this? I guess I did, because I love watching it. It's like a car crash. You just can't look away. Let me know in the comments, because we didn't really get to see any diving. Let me know if you want to see the follow-up video on the channel, if you want to see me react to that. Otherwise, I don't know, maybe it's not really a fit for this channel, but I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I hope you enjoyed yourself. If you like this video and you want to see more stuff like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button, because that helps me out. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do that on Patreon, or you could get one of my t-shirts. There's links to both in the description. Thanks so much for diving with me today, and I'll see you in the water.
Beat by Apollo, stop at New Apollos. Cop a Henny sour, and I'm puffing Jack sour. Yeah, I feel a black power. Yeah, this time it's really ours. It's time to get the bag. Yeah, it's time to get the bag.